In this video, I'll show you how to use a burst to deliver report content to the InfoBurst portal. Let's start with our report, performance by city, and we'll add that to a new burst. We'll call that portal demo. And in this example, we'll burst the report. We'll burst using filtering by city. And now we'll create our delivery. We select InfoBurst portal, which is the default destination. We select our path, which is our portal folder. And here we'll deliver it to the folder Finance. Select OK. From here we can create subfolders if we like. In this example I will use the document name as our subfolder. So I'll enter $docname, or I could use the macro builder to select my macro. Now, the purpose of the portal in part is to version content that is delivered to the portal. So if this burst were to run over time, we'd build up a version history of this report. So InfoBurst groups together content for versioning purposes. So what I'd like to do here is create groups of content based on the bursting value, which is city. So we'll override the default, which is docname, for the group name, and instead the grouping will be based on city. So we'll use our city macro there. We select the number of versions to keep. By default, InfoBurst will keep 30 versions of the report within that content group. We'll leave that as is. And then we'll leave the file name blank for this example. Because InfoBurst is versioning, InfoBurst will automatically display files based on date and time, so there's no need to employ date macros to deliver content to the portal. We'll change our format here to HTML and execute. Okay, that burst is complete. Let's look at the result. To access the portal, we have a new browser tab open. The portal address is simply InfoBurst server name, port 8551/portal will get us to the logon screen. And we'll enter our InfoBurst credentials. And here we can see our finance folder. If we select that folder, we can see the subfolder that was created, which was the document name, performance by city. And if I select this folder, we can see the different content groups. So we bursted and chose to name the group by city. So we got 4 different content groups, and within each group you can see the version of the report. So here I'll just select the Los Angeles group, and we can see the one version here, and we can browse through the different tabs of this report. Now we'll execute the burst again so we can see a second version of that report delivered. So we'll simply burst again. And then back in the portal, if we refresh this view, now we can see the number of versions in each content group. Now we have 2 versions for Los Angeles, Miami, and so forth. And if we drill into a content group, we can now see the versions listed on the left. One produced at 10:58, one produced at 11. And we can browse between those multiple versions.